Hi guys, I wanted to let you know how things are going so far. I'm now 2/3 of the way through my course. I have one term left, 10 weeks to go. So I thought I'd let you know the sorts of things that we've learned and what I've learned about myself since coming here. I've learned a lot about myself as a musician as opposed to just a guitar player. Whereas before I come here, I was playing quite happily away on my rock and blues, doing lots of rock and blues licks and things like that. Since coming here, I've had to really assess every other aspect of my playing that I would have previously neglected. These are things, really simple things like timing and rhythm and chord knowledge and all the theory and things like that. Now, whilst I had a good knowledge of it before, I sort of knew things but didn't really look into them much, so I didn't really know them as well as what I should have done. And one of the main things I've found since coming here is that a lot of the things that we've had to play and learn, quite often it's the simpler things that are the hardest to do. Like for instance, previously I would have looked at a song, and if it only had 3 chords in it, I wouldn't have spent much time learning those 3 chords in that rhythm and timing. I'd have jumped straight to the solo. Whereas now, when I look at it, I want to get those rhythms and things right, because you'd be surprised how difficult it is to play some of the simple things really, really well, which I think is one of the main necessities of being a professional musician. If I was to go into a studio, it's more likely that I'm going to have to play a rhythm really well in no more than 3 takes, as opposed to being able to play a solo like Steve Vai, for instance. So you kind of learn a lot more about musicianship and how things work, and a lot more about the theory behind it, and it really helps you understand and gives you lots more ideas. What to talk about is the networking since coming here. Now, I've made lots of fantastic friends since coming here. The guys I live with are all degree students or a couple of years ahead of me, and they're all insane players. I've got a guitarist down the other end of the house, Levi, who's absolutely amazing at guitar. I don't think I'll ever get as good as him. But they're all amazing players, and I've made lots of real good friends at college and my class as well. And the good thing about this is that these guys are the future of the music business. These are the guys who you want to know and you want to be around, because they're the guys going to be doing the good jobs. But not only that, I've met some fantastic people. For a start, all the teachers are all top professional guitar players, doing all the top sessions and things like that. So they know a lot of the top producers and things, and they're all absolutely incredible guitar players. Never seen anything like it really. But also I've met some famous people. I've met, since coming to London, I've met Eddie Kramer, met Brian May, I've met Neil Murray, I've met Hugh Burns. And just being in London, not even just at the college, just being in London gives you the opportunity to meet some of these guys. And it's really good just to put your face around, and make friends with these people, because, when you meet them, they're actually quite nice guys. So hopefully they remember you. Maybe I'll buy them a drink one day if I see them around. Finally, I want to talk about technique, because you would assume that doing a course like this works purely on technique, but it really doesn't. As I said earlier in the video, it's more about the whole musicianship, and the techniques that I've learned aren't anything I didn't really know before, but they're perhaps ones that I didn't know so well. So the technique really gets pushed in this course, but you probably won't find much that's new to you, but you might be using them in different ways. Like for instance, before I come here I did lots of hybrid picking, did it all in my rock solos and rhythms and that. But since coming here I've had to learn country style guitar, and the technique, although it's the same, it's used in a completely different way. And so what you'll find is, rather there being specific technique training whilst you're here, you'll be doing a stylistic study, and you'll be using the techniques in different ways, and it will really push your technique to a new level. The hardest thing about it is keeping yourself in shape, because you're playing, all day long, every day. And if you take time off and try and come back to it, it hits you. It's like running a marathon, you have to train for it. And when you're constantly fit, you can always do it. If you take time out and don't stick with it, then it gets really hard. So if you're looking to do this in the future, it's certainly a good thing to get used to playing for long periods of times, because unfortunately we've lost a guy in our course to RSI. He's a great guy, I really miss him, but the sheer workload hit the poor guy. But he'll be back, and he's a good player, so we'll look forward to seeing him at some point. Anyway, thanks so much for watching so far. I'm going to do a few more videos on third term, which looks really difficult from the looks of it. I've got some tough songs coming up. From Howell, Pantera, and lots of really difficult country and funk stuff, and lots of jazz. So I will keep going, but thanks so far for the nice messages and things. I shall be in touch soon with some more. Take it easy for now.